This video focuses on representing vectors and rectangular coordinates. So let's say we have vector v with an initial point, x sub 1, y sub 1. This is your initial point. And then you have a terminal point, p sub 2, at the order pair x sub 2, y sub 2. In order for you to create this as a rectangular coordinate, we're going to use this equation here. So in figure 6.57a, here's your initial point heading off to your terminal point, and this is vector v. We can move that vector down to the origin, having the same direction and magnitude. What will happen is this is going to be your horizontal distance A, and this is going to be your vertical distance B, and the vector will be written in that form. So what you're doing is you're subtracting the x values and the y values to create it as a rectangular coordinate. All right, so how does this look like in an example? Example 3, vector v, be the vector from initial point 3, -1, heading to our terminal point, -2, 5. And we want to write it in terms of I and j. So let's go ahead and graph it first. So here's our xy plane. We'll start with p sub 1. We're going to go right 3 and then down 1. So here is our initial point. And we're going to head to -2 up 5. There's your terminal point, p sub 2. And this vector looks like that. Again, if you want me to mark up our coordinate plane, we moved right 3 and down 1 for that first point, and then left 2 and up 5 for that second point. So this is our vector v. And what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and move it to the origin. Okay? So imagine our vector is going to start here and finish somewhere out there. And I'm making a rough estimate of what that green vector will look like. So you're taking the blue vector and moving it to the green. How does that look? We're going to go ahead and use our equation on the previous slide in the blue to create that new vector. So here is our equation. X sub 2 minus x sub 1 I plus y sub 2 minus y sub 1 j. So here's x1 and y1, and here's x2, y2, and we substitute it in. So vector v equals x sub 2, which is -2, minus x sub 1, which is 3, I plus y sub 2, which is 5, minus y sub 1 of -1. And now we simplify those parentheses. Vector v equals -2 minus 3 is -5. I 5 minus -1 is +6 j. So how this vector looks, I'm going to erase this green vector here, is we're going to go left 5 on the horizontal axis And then our B is we're gonna go right, or sorry, up 6. So here we go. We're gonna go left 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then up 6. So you always start at the origin, go left 5 and up 6. And now that blue vector has moved to the origin. It has the same magnitude distance in the blue and the same direction, the same angle.